legs staring at me. I don't like it.
No one likes him.
Whichever way you lean, the eyes just keep following.
Let's go. What is up, YouTube? It's James from Robin Henry Watches. We're going to do another episode today of Dialed In. And today's topic is...
Oh my god, you actually used the brand.
Right? Because we're going into different series now. So just on that, we've got Dialed In, which is going to be like collection reviews and other watch bits. We've got What's Hot, What's Not, which is an original series.
Original, all right, Netflix.
Original series. And then we've got coming off a new original series called Off the Wrist. I'm liking that name.
Yeah.
Obviously, I came up with it, so I like it, which is going to be like rants. And then we've got another one coming up, which is going to be called Watch Talk, which is not a rip-off of Talking Watches whatsoever.
In the slightest.
No, definitely not.
They shouldn't have picked such a generic title. That's the problem.
Anyway, who says that they get to own it?
Exactly. Well, I think copyright law probably has something to do with that. But
it's a different continent. Anyway.
It's fine.
Right, so this week's topic is, it's what's on everyone's mind. It's, I'm personally very frustrated with the whole Rolex situation. I'm getting to a point I don't even like talking about it. I'm sick of the nicknames.
Frustrated.
So this is for people that I can't or I don't want to buy a Rolex. What else should I buy? But with a twist. I'm not going to do, if you want a Daytona, you should buy this, or you want a Submariner, well, here's the cheaper alternative that you can get. I'm going to go similar but different. So for the people like me, I'm looking for a watch myself right now, but I don't want a Rolex sports watch. I want something different. I want something a bit wacky and cool.
More inventive.
That people are going to see me, they're going to see it on my wrist and be like, what's up, player? You know.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. First watch. Like I said, I'm not giving you like-for-like model swaps. I'm just thinking like, you can't buy a Rolex and you want something, or you're just like, I don't want a Rolex. I want something cool and different. So it's not like for like model swaps. Anyway, so the first one I'm going to go in with, I love this watch. It's the Chopard.
Chopard.
So the first one I'm going to go in with, and it's a watch that I really love, and I've been back and forth about buying it. I still think I might buy it at some point. It's the Chopard Alpine Eagle. The name, let's just address Alpine Eagle as a name. It's utterly terrible. It sounds like an 80s porn star's name, Alpine Eagle. You can just imagine them, going American Psycho in a mirror. Anyway, the 41mm model in steel with the blue sun radar, we'll call it that for now. I think that's a really cool watch. It's £11,500 retail. I know you can get that watch probably for about 9,700. So there's a good discount to be had there, and I really love the style. So the Alpine Eagle it's kind of loosely based off the Chopard Saint Moritz, which was from about the 80s. So a lot of people, when the Alpine Eagle first came out, people were like, it's a copy of the AP Royal Oak or the Nautilus or this or that, and it's like
they're all broadly inspired by each other, though.
Yeah, I mean, technically it was from their model of the 80s, but then you could argue, well, that was a copy of the original. But I mean, outside of the Royal Oak, which was first by Gerard Genter, your namesake, they all copied each other. And even in reverse, I've said this before, and I know it's not a popular opinion, but after the Big Bang came out, Hublot Big Bang around 2005, Audemars Piguet copied them to some level with their Royal Oak offshores, the whole rubber strap thing. Who was doing that? Well, Hublot was doing that. So, yeah, people were on about that. There's a lot to like about the watch. I mean,
Christmas lights on the outside still.
It's still Christmas out there.
Of course.
The time doesn't move here. Just remember this. Anyway, so yeah, it's made of a lucerne steel. Lucerne steel. I can't remember the name that Chopard have given it, but their steel is supposed to be doesn't reflect light as much. It doesn't scratch as much.
Heard all that before.
No, well,
it's true.
A lot of the brands are making up their own alloys, a bit like Omega does really well, with its Sedna, or Hublot again with their King Magic King Gold or whatever they call it, which is scratch resistant. Listen, scratch-resistant gold. That's a good thing. I mean, like most yellow golds, they scratch up bad. Yeah. Anyway, going off topic, but yeah, I think that's cool anyway. It's a corrosive kind of anti-corrosive material. It's got 100-meter water resistant. The watch, so you can go swimming on it. It's the integrated bracelet. The dial, I haven't seen one in person, but what I've heard other people that have seen it or owned one, they're like, the dial is awesome. So it's where it gets its awful name from. It's supposed to represent, the eagle, like the alpine eagle's eyes. Like, okay, sure, whatever. But it's supposed to be really good. Yeah. So I think it's a nice alternative, especially if you were thinking like, you want to be like, I can't get the Royal Oak or the Nautilus, because like most of us losers can't, unless you want to pay on the grey market for it. I think it's a genuine alternative.
It's a very cool brand to sort of start taking an interest in.
Chopard.
I think it's very sophisticated. It's got a lot of heritage. I think it's the right way to go if you don't want to go Rolex. It's pick a brand you actually like.
And they're still an independent manufacturer as well, family owned.
For now.
Old Bernard's going to be on the phone soon.
Won't take long.
So, yeah, I think it's a cool watch. Like I said, when it first got released, I bought one. I had one secured, and then I went out because I couldn't get a penny discount on it at the time.
Is it because you walked in? You were like, "Can I get a Chopard, please?"
Oh, mate, I want a Chopard, milli. But yeah, I would buy one. Like I said, I might still do it at some point. So I like it. I think the links have got something on the screws as well. It's not like Cartier good, but I think it's like an internal link on the an internal screw, on the inside that you turn. I haven't seen it again. I couldn't find any videos on the bracelet at the time that I was looking at it.
I'm open to any innovation on that because it's awful.
It's still not an innovation, but it's just better than, like, for example, a pet hate of mine is Omega bracelets with the tiniest little screws, like, that you can, like, you need like a magnifying glass to see the screws, and there's two of the bloody things, and then you got the pin in the middle. It gives me anxiety. I mean, I've done it loads of times, so I can do it no problem, but it's just like, why would you have two screws? You want to copy Rolex on everything, try one. Anyway, off topic. Right.
Breathe.
Yeah, if you want to give me a rant topic, Omega bracelets might even just be one. Next up. I don't know why I'm doing that, that's weird. Jack Sparrow. Anyway, Right, so next up, a watch that I've owned probably 3 times before, the Blancpain 50 Fathoms. So the original dive watch that came out in the 50s, these retail around 13,100 for the model that I've chosen, which is the titanium model, but with the blue dial, blue bezel. So yeah, 13,000 retail. You can get these watches for about 10 grand. If you were going to go for the black dial, black bezel option, they retail about 12.5, and I can get those for about 9. So there's really good discounts available on them. Blancpain is a very high quality manufacturer. They will try telling you they are the oldest, or one of the oldest manufacturers of watches in the world.
Who doesn't though?
But there's a gap where they didn't operate whatsoever. So in terms of long, continuity, no, they're not. First things first, it's a 45mm watch. I said I've owned a few of them. It actually wears a lot smaller than its size suggests. So it does wear... Look, listen, it's a big watch, but it wears well. So I would say, actually, it doesn't look too different from that.
Yeah, the angles do it well.
So, and it's on the canvas, they call it like a sailcloth canvas strap, which is really cool because it goes with everything. It's waterproof, obviously, as it should be for a dive watch.
I hope so.
It's
50 fathoms deep, in fact.
50 fathoms.
How far even is a fathom?
Other cool features, obviously, it's an in-house movement. Organic. It's
You're never going to let that go.
It's 120 hours, so you've got 5-day power reserve on it. That's good. 5 days, you can go home on a Friday, pick up, take your Blancpain off, throw it at, at your dog or something.
You were going to say something that started with an H then.
Yeah. Anyway, go off, do boats and hoes and a load of cocaine over the weekend. Monday, Tuesday, when you're like out of the coma, strap it back on, boom. It's still running.
And you still know what time it is.
Exactly.
Well, you won't. It will.
Yeah. You got 300 meter water resistance, so you're good for swimming or taking a shower. I think it's the connoisseur's choice, you know. And if you see someone,
because you've owned it.
Yeah, well, listen. If you're seeing someone that wears it, it's like, you know that they know. It's like I don't know. I think it's a way cooler option than wearing a Submariner, personally. So, yeah, get yourself one, and they're available at a really good deal. So next up on the list, and this wasn't supposed to be a plug, and it's like, but it's this. I mean, it's sold anyway. I haven't got a plug for it. Yeah. But if you're looking for, I've got in my chronograph range, and I'm not saying this is not a substitute for a Daytona. I'm not saying that it is. But if you're looking for steel sports chronograph from a decent manufacturer, Swiss brand, I mean, these retail at £4,090. They're still going over list, but not massively. Or you can get your name down at an authorised dealer with Tudor and, you know, wait to be selected. But I doubt the wait is much over 6 months. I wouldn't.
Sounds like the Hunger Games. Wait to be selected.
Well, it's the world we live in now.
Come in, we'll either kill
you can buy one. I mean, for about 4.5, 4.6. So it's not, you know, you're not dropping crazy money. I think there's lots of it. You know, it's got 200 meter water resistance. So, you know, thinking about summer holidays, you can be splashing out in the pool.
Again, I'd hope so with a watch with the word Bay in the name.
Well, it's their dive watch range. The Panda dial is super cool. You know, the black sub dials, the raised markers. I really like. It's a white dial, but it's almost got like a.
It's got a sheen to it.
Yeah, it has. It's like almost like a very silvery sheen, but it's still white.
Look, all other factors aside, I'd pick it design-wise over a Daytona any day. It's chonky, and I'm not a huge fan of the little.
Did you just say chonky?
I did say chonky. Look at it and tell me it's not chonky.
I don't think it is. It actually wears way better than I thought.
The pushers help it. Look on the other side. I like it. It's
yeah,
not
listen, if I was wearing it like, you know, in the t-shirt, there was a watch many years ago. I bought myself a Hublot Big Bang Unico.
Oh, God.
I know, right? Anyway.
That's up in the news as well, thanks to Ed Sheeran.
Oh, is it? I don't know.
That was his first.
Yeah. His was just a standard Big Bang. Yeah. Big Bang Unico's their own in-house movement, a bit bigger. But anyway, I remember I looked at it. I was wearing a t-shirt one day, and I looked at my wrist, and I was like, "Oh my God, it looks awful."
I'm a Power Ranger.
I took it off. Like when you wear it with the jumper, it's like, that looks alright.
Yeah.
And you roll your sleeve up,
you a bit of bulk.
and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think that's a good pick for, you know, in the £4,000 range.
If they could stop doing the weird rivet thing as well, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not one way or the other.
It's not a deal breaker, but it's just a bit
Do
weird.
I like it? No. Does it bother me? No.
It's one of those things. I don't like it. I don't dislike it. It's more just a.
Once you're wearing it, you really don't notice it. But again, it's like, why does it need to be there?
Yeah, that's
it's all a bit the faux.
It doesn't annoy me because of the design aspect. It annoys me because it's just needless.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they've looked at it and gone, "Yeah, what else? What other tinsel can we put on this?" You know, it's just a bit.
While we're on the chronographs, it's way too overlooked. So my pick. I'm not really fussed between the two, but it's the Omega Speedmaster. Whether it be the Hesselite or the Sapphire back, I think they're still great value. So the Sapphire one is 6,120. I sell those for about 5,100, and then you've got the other the Hesselite back. I think it's 5,370 ish, and I sold one this week for 4,400, something like that.
You're quoting that because I can't even remember.
Yeah, I did one this week anyway. So Omega annoyingly has done a price rise today.
Or 5 days in the past.
6 days. 5 days in the past.
8 days in the past.
8 days in the past. Oh, check
We're
us out.
On
schedule for once. This could be completely irrelevant. What if the world ends in like 4 days? We just really wasted one of our last nights on Earth hanging out in someone's attic.
Drinking Heineken.
Yeah. Well,
looking at Christmas lights.
Well, listen, the Heineken's a highlight. Anyway, I think
let's just drink the Cavassier as well while we're at it.
Yeah, why don't we drink
and the Vsot?
Yeah, we'll just drink all of it. There's even some whiskey there if we want to feel like homeless.
Leave Jameson alone. Like, it's a good brand and it's the best version as well.
Did you buy me that?
I didn't buy you. I wouldn't buy you whiskey.
Anyway, back on topic. Omega needs some props here, and I've said this before. You can buy from a major Swiss brand, a steel chronograph that has way more history than the Daytona.
Oh, do they?
Yes, they do.
Has it been anywhere special?
It's according to Amiga, it may have been used in this one or two missions to another.
On that point though, I need to. This grinds my gears a little bit.
Oh, God.
Have you seen Buzzy Boy? What he's doing lately?
Mm-hmm.
His Frankenstein.
Yeah, he adds watches into his bracelet.
It's horrific.
I like it.
If you're Buzz Aldrin, fine, I get it. Of
He
course
can do
you're
what
going
he
to do
wants.
that. But oh my God, is it like?
How many times have you been to space?
Well,
Exactly.
I got nothing.
So
but
shut your damn mouth
just
up and leave him alone.
They're different colours.
Anyway, we're going off topic here.
I don't care. This is important.
Listen, he can do what he wants. Can I get back to my video?
If you like, sure.
Brilliant. So you can buy a really cool chronograph that's got more history than the Daytona for $5,000.
Yeah.
I think the new upgrades as well, which a lot of collectors were against. I think it's added value. They've updated the movement. They've updated the bracelet. Obviously, this was all released January 2021. I don't know what the prices are. Those prices I quoted are pre-price rise, so I don't know what they've gone up to yet.
Price.
Yeah, yesterday's price is not today's price. I don't know what price they're going to be, so
it keeps changing.
Hopefully they haven't gone too crazy on it, but they're available. You can walk into any authorised dealer and get them straight away, or someone like me, you can call up and get a discount on them and get it the same week. So
and you can get, exactly, you can get them quickly.
You can get it. Well, it's got way more history than the Daytona.
Well, look, that's the thing. If I'm picking between, and look, I'm biased here, everyone knows this, but the moon or a racetrack.
Mm-hmm.
I know one is more relevant to a chronograph, but the point still stands.
Yeah, I mean, which one would I take? Yeah, I'd take the Daytona, but that's because,
Aside from that,
I'm greedy. I
based
like
on
money.
history and visual design.
Oh, yeah, listen, I've owned so many Speedmasters. I've owned a few Daytonas, probably about 4, 5 maybe, but I mean they never stick. But the Daytonas do. We've got one. I mean, obviously I'm plugging our own business here, but we've got one in the shop right now. You can check out in the web shop. I don't know if I'm going to laugh or but anyway. So we've got one in the shop right now.
A Speedmaster,
brand new, the discontinued model. So. And that's in the stupid oversized case. But
where is it?
It was down there somewhere.
I think it's almost worth.
It was down there.
For the sake of a minute.
I mean, look for the box that's the size of a suitcase.
Here we go, sir. Your new Amiga.
Oh God.
I just think we should get out. I don't think. Oh God, what are you doing? What are you doing to my studio?
I don't know. There's not enough room up here. My beer's more important.
I think the pictures don't do it justice because it's all wrapped up in a condom and stuff still.
Yeah, to be fair, that doesn't help. I've actually been thinking for a while because when these got, I know this is it's gonna get me some hate, but when these we knew that these were gonna get discontinued. I bought 5. And obviously then, unfortunately, the impatient part of me and my cash flow side was like, you got to start selling.
Yeah.
But one did get kept, and that's this one. What's the reason? So when these got discontinued, they were 4,260. Like I said, they're now 5,370, but they're just about to be subjected to a price rise. So maybe it's going to be 5,600, 5,700, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got a fully stickered up, tagged up, unworn example.
Beautiful.
And
it's flight qualified by NASA to go to the moon.
Yeah. And if you ever need to move house, you've also got a suitcase.
There we go, you're back in focus.
Right, microphone back on.
Did you just cuddle it?
Right.
That's getting clipped.
No, not that. Right, any video wouldn't be complete without the best brand in the world.
Oh, long jeans. Bramont.
Not taking it. Why on earth would you buy that?
Cartier, obviously.
It's Cartier.
Oh.
So why wouldn't you just right now? The Santos is hot. I'm actually going to recommend the large model.
I haven't got any Cartier in the shop.
We do. We have a Cartier Santos, but the medium, steel yellow gold diamonds. I'm going to go, I mean, for me, I only wear the medium size Santos. So yeah, I normally wear the medium, but I'm going to recommend the large on this because I'm catering to, you know, the normal, you know,
bigger people,
alpha males out there. You know, they're like, don't want to ruin it. I want something else. Did you just dribble on the carpet?
No, I dribbled on my hand.
Good. So I'm going to go Cartier Santos De Cartier large model. I would go with the blue dial, but also the white dial because that's so classic Cartier.
Yeah, the white is obviously the classic.
Now they retail at $6,250. You can get a little wiggle room on them, about 5-6 maybe. If you really like hustle your authorized dealer or someone like me, about 5,600. I think the blue dial, that's just a winner. The white dial's classic. You've got the interchangeable straps, so you just press a button. Boom, they come with a spare strap, so you know if you ever want to be like rocking the leather in the winter and the bracelet in the summer, you got the quick easy link thing, which
can't stress enough how cool that is.
Exactly right. It's best bracelet in the business, hands down. That's not even me being like,
no, that's me, an Amiga fanboy, saying exactly. It's amazing.
That's not me even like just being subjective. It's objective. Yeah,
it's very objective.
5 and a bit and change £1,000, get a really cool sports watch which easily works as a dress watch, sports watch.
So it's got a date window being the best, you know, Cartier.
With it being the large model, you get the date on it.
Oh shit. Yeah, she has got a date, isn't it? It's the large model.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a cheap jab. Fail.
So here's the thing, you know, when I bought my first Santos last summer, and I got just the steel and gold without diamonds, like what a loser.
Peasant.
I know.
And a white dial, like.
No, yeah, it was. Yes, you're right. Anyway, so the first one I bought was the large model because it had the date. I've got a thing. I love date windows.
Yes, I remember.
And I was just like, it was too big. I mean, so you know, obviously, I work out a lot. I'm kind of ripped.
Yeah, you work out more than me, so yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, not anything that builds any muscles.
You
like
work
on
out
my
once a day and once a year, and you work out more than me. But...
So anyway, it was too big for me. You know, however much I pump my wrists. They're still the size that they are. So anyway, but you know, the audience, for those of you with masculine arms and wrists, I would definitely go with the large model. I might try pulling it off. We were talking about on the way down here that I want to buy the skeleton, but that only comes in the large.
Yeah.
So
they ain't cheap. No. That's a few pound notes.
Comparatively, it's, you know, you compare it to other brands, it's actually very good value. But...
Oh yeah, it's value for what it is. Yeah, absolutely. And you can get it straight away, which is the moral of the story here.
Yeah, same with these. You can buy them. Go to any Cartier
boutique. Get it straight away. Yeah.
So yeah, listen. Those are my picks. If you've got any others which you think, you know, maybe I've overlooked, I didn't go anything too crazy. Just a little bit off-piste. What?
You're playing tennis with the lights. It's just occurred to me in the studio lights. That's what's going on here. You're like. Oh.
It's really hard to keep my eyes open because it's really bright. So
I don't think they realise how hard this is. I wonder if I can go a little sneak peek. If I just go like that.
If they've made it this far.
Oh
through the
Lord,
video.
yeah, you can see a lot. This is cool. I think
gone wide angle on it?
Oh, it's something.
So yeah, you know, if there's any others you think I missed, you know, jump in the comments. We'll discuss. In terms of what we've got in the shop right now, that we've only got a couple left because we've just had a massive week. So. Maybe by the time this video launches, you know, FedEx will actually gift me, you know, the tens of thousands of pounds I've got, you know, with them, and they'll deliver some watches. So we've got, obviously, we've still got the Datejust 41 that I keep talking about. That's new and
everyone's got a Datejust 41.
We've got a Rolex Explorer due in. I'm there by other watches, and here I've got these coming in. We've obviously got the Cartier Santos in medium. We've got the Speedmaster that we've been talking about. There's something else.
Oh, the GMT.
Yes, the Tudor GMT. We got a Tudor GMT. Now that was actually on my list, but I just didn't do it because we just kept it took way longer to get through this video than I thought, with all constant interruptions. We didn't get to it, but the Tudor GMT is definitely on that list. So that's definitely $2,500. $2,500.
That's a steal.
Get into the web shop. Click on Robin Henry Watches Essentials. There's some lovely treats in there. We just sold the Rolex pen this week. We've sold the Rolex key fob. That's gone too. You can get these.
People will only buy Rolex.
I know. You can buy this Rolex Robin Henry watches hoodie, £25. Like, and you know what? Maybe today's price isn't going to be tomorrow's price.
No. Let's go up to 30 next week. We're doing a Robin Henry Watches Essentials price rise.
So there's loads of cool stuff in there. So jump in. I think that's it.
Yeah. If you want something,
no,
go to the shop.
I'm not doing that sign off again. If you want anything, please
go to the shop.
Please come to our web shop and browse robinhenrywatches.com or check it out on Instagram, Robin Henry Watches. We out.